Anyways, people, welcome to number 3 of the Young, Black and RichLess podcast. Your boy TJ and my co-host, aka the legendary
Lacey.
balling out here. So today we're going to do like probably a quick one, under probably 40 minutes, in and out, but get them topics like off the top.
Yeah, off the top, yeah. So boom, straight away, yeah. First topic has to get talked about today because it is Sunday. The date is 11th of March and it's Mother's Day today. So wanted to do a little bit of a chat about Mother's Day. What have you got planned for today?
Well, my older sister is throwing a meal and she's basically cooking for the whole family. And that's more or less it. Before I got gifts for my mom, I guess. I didn't know what to get my mom because funds are kind of low right now. But overall, I just got like 2 massive bottles of Baileys. That was it. I was going to get Baileys and chocolate, but I know she's doing that. You know, that's what it called Sin thing or Slimming World. There was no need to like give her temptation that she doesn't normally eat. So I thought, I know she drinks Baileys all the time. So I thought, let me get 2 massive bottles. That'll last her a good while. So I just got that.
That's good, man. No, that's fine.
What about you?
Well, basically, I got my mum an iPad. Well, it's not a new iPad.
You're shitting on me now, innit?
I know.
That's basically what you're doing now.
It's not a new iPad. It's it's my old iPad, basically.
Yeah, I got myself
a new iPad, yeah, an iPad Pro. And then my mum got my iPad Air too because I needed the Pro. I couldn't just be giving her the Pro, you know what I mean? So that's what I got. That was it. So yeah, she's happy, that's it. I don't know what we're doing today. My dad cooked dinner, so just a standard meal. We don't go too big, to be honest. Like for me, Mother's Day is a nice day, obviously, to appreciate mothers.
Like unlike the first episode where it was Valentine's Day and I absolutely oppose that stupid day.
Yeah.
Mother's Day is actually a worthwhile thing. Like I
get
the
I
idea
agree.
behind it, but at the same time, it doesn't have to be commercial. Mother's Day just means like thoughtfulness of your mom. Doesn't mean buying ridiculous amounts like Valentine's Day. It just means do something thoughtful. So fair enough, you did go with the iPad route.
No, of course. I think just like spending time in it, like spending time with family. It's like Christmas. Yeah. Even though, Christmas, you buy the gifts, but for me, personally, my favourite part of Christmas is coming together and eating food with all my family. That's literally the bit that I live for, and it, you know what I mean? When everyone comes around, I get gassed, when, like Fresh Prince, when Will Smith gets excited when all the aunties come here, and he's like always doing that dance.
Oh, yeah.
That's me, basically. So today is one of those kind of days, I think. Yeah, it's about spending time with your mother. So
that was meant to be a question. I didn't have no idea what the beat is because I haven't heard all these drops on it. So basically, I'm just like trial and erroring each one. So that was meant to be like question time.
That's sick, man.
So what other topics other than Mother's Day? Did you want to speak about International Women's Day?
Yes. What do you think about that? Some guys were on Instagram and they were just going hard on it for like International Women's Day.
For randomers or like their girl?
No, just for women in general. The fact that women have done so much, as men will never be able to do as much as women.
Oh, really? They went that deep?
Yeah, I mean, did no one on your Instagram post anything?
Probably because the people I follow, but overall it was just like pictures of like themselves or their mom or just a few of their friends and saying women or these are the women that hold me down. I didn't see anyone with the real deep I didn't see any men do it anyway.
I saw quite a few. I was quite surprised this year more than probably any other year before. This is the year that I've seen the most posts about it. And then I was thinking, you just got to see women talk about International Women's Day because it's obviously our day. But it was a lot of men. I saw a lot of men talking about women are doing so great and how do men feel about it, or how do you feel about it?
I don't think there needs to be International Man's Day.
Yeah.
Purely because the society is already kind of male dominated. The same way I don't believe there should be a White History Month.
Yeah.
Because there's every month is virtually opposed to them. So that's why when you're the minority, I don't think the majority needs to get shouted about because you're already out. You're already public. Why is there not a white entertainment television program? Because every other station
100%.
Predominantly is. So it's just knowing yourself. So in terms of the Man's Day, I don't think we need one. I think there should be there is a Father's Day. I
think there should be a Father's Day.
I'm inventing a holiday that already exists. But in terms of International Women's Day, to be honest, I didn't even think of it to the deep extent you were saying. Men were talking about women do so much, we appreciate you. I was just thinking almost the same as Mother's Day, to be honest. I was thinking, women, you're doing good. that was a summary of my thoughts.
Well done, thumbs up.
I didn't really think that deep into it. Maybe, I just didn't. Like, I feel bad now. Like, I should have probably posted something deep.
You should have,
I should have hit him with the deep gram.
You should have. Nah, I saw quite a lot of people hitting him with the deepness, and I was like, I felt proud. I was like, it's nice, because I think, as a woman, like, to obviously recognise other women, sometimes it's easier, but, like, as a man, just to, like, recognise, a day that's not actually made for you. It's
this is good that obviously you speak, mate, because if you never said this, I would never have even thought past it. It's already gone now.
It has.
I would not have thought about it until the next one. So the fact that you're saying this now, next time, I'll probably think a bit more into it. Like, it's a lot more to the day than just bigging up women, because I literally just saw men posting their girls saying she's my rock, and just things that you could do anyway, and I was like, oh god, I'm getting sick of this.
It's like Valentine's Day part 2, right?
Basically, that's the way I thought of it. So I was like, I don't really care. But then when you're saying I didn't see the post like you saw, so it does show that different people, maybe I need to audit who I follow, because I'm following too much Instagram chicks.
I know, yeah.
That they're not posting the deep shit, they're just posting themselves and twerking or whatever they're doing. So that's my bad, people.
You need to edit that for real.
Not to the bitter ones that probably sat on this day tweeting about how men ain't shit, because they do that too. It goes both ways. You get the wonderful powerfuls, and you get the radical feminists that will literally sit there like, women have done so much, but then they'll slate the other gender. Empower your own. You ain't got to slate the other.
For me, I have a strong opinion about this. I always think that sometimes when you're too towards one side, you can almost end up being the exact thing that you just dislike. Do you know what I mean? Like, for example, some people are very pro-black, and I think, you know what, fair enough, I understand that, and you're very proud of your, black heritage and your black culture, but then sometimes it can be to the point where you almost, like, slate every other race other than your own. Do you know what I mean? And you wouldn't appreciate it. And it's about equality. And I think that if you're not going to see others as equals, then in fact, actually, you're actually doing the exact same thing, the thing that you despise the most. And that's kind of a thing that I dislike.
And then you even get this super, super, super pro-black people. Those are the ones that almost discredit certain black people. For example, the idiots that were going in on Black Panther, they were saying, how can you be proud of Black Panther when it's not, Wakanda, when it's not real? Like, they didn't get the message behind it, which was the positive image is what you're going to be seen and displayed on TV on such a grand scale. They thought more about, you're just making the white man money. It was just things like that. And I was like, come on. Like, that's it. And let's just do a little bit of applause. Because you actually watched Black Panther now. Like, the last episode you hadn't seen it, so it's like
I watched it the next day. I was thinking, oh, damn. Yeah, I watched it. It was my day off. And my friend messaged me, and he was like, you know what, Alicia, what are you doing today? And I was like, I'm not doing anything. And you know what? I just dropped it in because I really wanted to watch it. He was like, you know what, should we just go and chill? And I was like, you know what? I'm thinking we should go and watch Black Panther. And then we ended up just going. So it was really good.
What did you think of it? So you thought it was good?
Yeah, it
like
was
what?
sick.
Like you want to go? Let's only do a little bit on this because we've already spoke about.
Yeah.
Other one,
Firstly, I didn't think it was good. I thought it was a really good film. Well done, guys. I was proud. I felt proud. It's nice to see an all black cast, and it's good to see.
I want to speak more about the proudness. Why did you feel proud? Because people keep saying that it's not real. So I spoke about it briefly last episode. So why do you feel it like you've seen it too?
It's not even about, for me, it wasn't even about the actual film or Wakanda or anything like that.
Represents,
it was just more the representation, like how many times do you get to go to Marvel's film? Marvel's, right?
Just it being Marvel alone, like if that movie was just independent, even if how good it was, it would never have reached to his. People that love Marvel, like they go hard for it and they will watch it even if they didn't like it, especially if they want to actually tie into the other shows, because you need to watch it because the next Avengers is going to be in that place again, so we're also going to get more images of it in there. And people just don't realise, like, mainly because they're the majority in their movies. Same with the International Whites Day, where I say it doesn't exist, because you're always seeing yourself all the time. You don't think anything of it. Whereas when it's the opposite way, you're thinking, oh my god, why have they done this? Why was it just such a predominantly black cast? And why this? It's like, just use your head. Just think outside of yourself for 1 second. You'll realise why. It wasn't discrimination. It was never... The only time it was ever anything slightly bad against him is when they made the joke of, listen here, colonizer, which I thought was funny, when he called him a colonizer. But other than that, the whole movie was all about it was just about appreciation of such a beautiful place and how our people can be seen in such a good light rather than just, athletes, drug dealers, musicians.
Exactly. Yeah, definitely.
As much as those are great, but you can be other. You can be
the
kings
sister
and
was like a
queens.
scientist.
She
and
was the smartest person
smart.
there. And
Exactly.
at 16.
For me, I just thought it was authentic, if that
Yeah.
makes sense. And it was like what you'd probably think that you'd see people from Wakanda, wherever Wakanda is. That's probably what they'd look like. Like, the tribal kind of vibe, or the girl with the short hair. Like, it's not, you don't normally see women with like short hair, but that's possibly what they would have in their tribe. And for me, I liked that about it. So that's why I felt proud. I felt proud just because I just saw cast all black, brilliant acting, and it was entertaining.
And they smashed it. That's overall, like, if the movie sucked, like, it wouldn't have the same impact. The movie had to also be good. Like, the cast alone, you know what I mean, was not enough. So people that going, oh, you only liked it because they were black. No, I liked it because the movie was good. If it sucked, I still would have said it sucked. I'm objective enough to know when something's crap.
What else did you want to talk about? Anything on your agenda?
Well, this one's really, really quick, but did you see Nicki Minaj's ex-boyfriend Safari's, like, nude photos?
No.
Like,
where have I been? I've not even heard of this.
What, really?
Nah.
It was all over. I haven't even used Twitter, and I knew it was there.
I used Twitter, but only for football purposes.
I saw it. Well, first it was on YouTube, because everyone was posting, like, Breakfast Club and all of those.
Yeah.
Didn't post the picture, but they're talking about the topic. I was like, what the hell is this? Because, like, why is Safari trending? Because he ain't shit.
So what's the breakdown? What actually happened?
Basically, I'm doing quote things here for those of you that listen. You can't see. He says he accidentally got hacked and his pictures got loaded, and without, like, let me just say, super pause for any people watching. It's like what's the word that English people would say?
Quotes.
No, it's in like no homo. That's the word.
Oh,
that's
okay.
the English version of pause, like America. Basically, the picture is a flattering photo of himself. Like, it's a good photo if it's to leak, it wasn't a bad image of himself.
Right, okay.
So basically, it's like not an image, it's a video.
Yeah.
Of it just swinging and him just doing some weird, he purposely crops out his head, but he keeps, like, his body and his tats.
Yeah.
And this crazy angle he must have practiced on loads of times, lotioned himself to the top. He's mad.
Yeah.
And basically, he says he gets hacked. And he goes live and he goes everywhere right before his new song comes out. So then he keeps going with the scenario that it leaked, he didn't post it himself. But when he goes on the Breakfast Club, he goes in there and has his whole speech is rehearsed. Every sentence he's saying is like a pun. It's like, oh man, my new chat's gonna be bulging. Things that didn't make sense in a sentence. And they're all just like, we do know you're doing this on purpose. You didn't accidentally. It's like, nah, never. And in essence, he's used that as promo for his song. The song's still kind of trash. Like, it's trash, but it's just more about him leaking the nude, and it was just...
Well, at the end, he's getting talked about. I didn't even know who this person was, so...
Yeah, I always know him as Nicki Minaj's ex, but yeah, apparently, and then he's been milking it. He's been doing interviews saying Nicki Minaj only stayed with me because of my penis. He's just, yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, and
some people are so pathetic.
It
like,
is,
honestly.
like, leaking it itself is bad enough, but then to go on to do interviews about someone you broke up with like 5 years ago, come on.
Is she actually with Nas?
I don't know for sure.
I don't feel like I've heard a lot about them recently.
I haven't heard nothing about her recently, period.
Yeah, it's true, actually. Good point.
She's been disappearing since Cardi's been popping up, so...
Everyone keep on the radar sometimes, like, as a celebrity, it must get frustrating, in and out of, like, people just in and out of your business. Nah, not interested.
It's the life they chose, so it's kind of like...
Yeah, but
with success and celebrity comes a lot of stress and hassle, and it's just how it goes. Like, this is the kind of stuff you signed up for, and... You can either step away from it completely and not be an artist and just slowly fade out, which they don't do because usually they're addicted to the success.
Yeah.
Or you just gotta learn to deal with it.
But I don't think that every person, every artist or every entertainer actually wants to be famous. I think sometimes they just want to entertain, but without the fame aspect. I believe this for like someone like Eminem. For example.
Eminem's the only one I can think in my head.
Nah, I know footballers as well. I know you don't watch football, but like they play football because they enjoy it and they entertain.
I guess it is the same. I was gonna say it's not because they're talented, which I guess musicians are talented.
Yeah, they have a talent.
I find it different though.
Like, for example, some people just want to make music to make people happy. You could say someone like Adele. She's not really in the limelight. She makes music. She makes good music, right? She comes out once every few years. She makes her music, then she dips off. And I think for her, it's just more, that's her talent. That's something she likes doing. She doesn't necessarily want to be famous about it, out of it. And then that's it.
The thing is, I'd say it's slightly different between sports and musicians is because, yeah, it's both forms of entertainment, but I feel like football is like something that's a lot more talent driven and skill driven.
Yeah.
As in you work hard and you can be placed anywhere, you can be placed and you can be that skillful. A musician, a lot of them, without the production, they can't actually sing. Like, if you take away the beats, take away the auto-tune, take away all that stuff, and they was just sing on a stage, they can't do it. Whereas a footballer, regardless of where you put them, they can play good. Fair enough, they can play better with the team around them, but the individual themselves, if they're professional, they can play on point. So I feel like, and those people, they just want to showcase their skill. And I feel like that is a case of scoring goals, playing better in the game, whereas a musician, they do it usually for attention as well. So it's
I guess you know anyway, because you've got like these things, like you've got social media stuff like Instagram.
You can tell, the ones who do it just for magician, they wouldn't do any of that stuff. They just do it, they put the song out and then leave it.
They put the song out, they'll probably be like, guys, this is the update. I'm at this radio station today, tune in. You know what I mean? And it's all about their career. But then the one that's do the most, like those ones that are just always on the gram, just always trying to feed their egos. Those are the ones.
Dead off.
But those are the ones with the most amount of followers.
That's what I'm saying, because they know how to work it. But then, if that's what you do, and you can't be like, oh, this attention's too much for me, and shut up. Just delete your Instagram. Like, is it that hard?
Well, yeah, it is for fun.
That's true. I couldn't delete mine. I don't even use it as much as they do.
I couldn't. I thought about deleting Instagram a few times, and then I thought, nah.
I tried to set
I could delete Facebook easily.
I couldn't remember the last time I posted on my private Facebook.
I don't never post on it.
It's probably been 4 years.
I hate it. It's
4
dead.
or 5 years, easy. So what do you think of the new Snapchat update, or do you want me to go first?
I'm gonna be like, I absolutely hate it.
I thought you were gonna say love it. Though. I'd be like, what?
I don't understand it. I still don't understand it now. Like, I don't understand how they're saying it's a better experience, because when I go into, you know what happened? One time I made a story,
Yeah.
And I was like, you know what? I got a decent story. I couldn't find it. I couldn't find my own story.
You used to just swipe down and find it, whereas now you have to scroll to the left, make sure you're on your picture screen, and then basically I don't get it either. And the one thing about it I hate is that, first of all, my views went down incredibly because they've mixed in your stories with the celebs and the news feed.
Yeah.
And the reason they've done that is because it's ads. So rather than having them separately, now they can do it. So when you're watching a random person's story, you can see an ad about news, and then you can also find new people.
Yeah.
Because the one thing that Snapchat was getting criticised from Instagram is that you can't be discovered because you have to know of the person.
Yeah, that's true.
So they tried to fix that by promoting other people, but now they've put that with you. What they should have done was keep who you actually follow in one screen. And then if you want like an explore page, you do it separately. But because they want the ads to feed them, they meshed all three into one. You got news, new people. I only follow like 6 people, and I still can't find them in there. And it's like, what are you doing, Snapchat?
I don't get it at all. But I don't get the message bit. You know, when you go into your messages and then there's just like these random names. These are people that I haven't spoken to in years, and they're at the top of my messages. And then when you go into the messages, that's where you can also see you can also see the stories, right, in the Snapchat chat bit. But it's in such a random order. I don't understand how to find people's stories.
Apparently, from your friends list is meant to be, if someone's posted a story, I think they go to the top.
Yeah.
And then if you speak to that person, then it will show up with the blue little whatever, the message box.
Yeah.
But overall...
But that's not true though, because sometimes, right, someone's posted a story and they're all the way at the bottom, and then there's someone that I haven't spoke to that has no story, that's in the middle. And for me, it's just complicated. I
think they're basing it off that really you should know the friend's name and you have to search them if you really want to see that individual. But that's too much effort. I want to know when someone pops up. Well,
just put the stories in one section. You put the stories in one section. You want to be discovered, you put that in a different section. You have your Snapchat chat in another section, similar to what it was before. At the end of the day, if it was so good, people wouldn't be complaining about it.
They're suffering now, because when Kylie Jenner did that one tweet, she
what did she say again?
She wrote, "Does anyone not even open Snapchat anymore?" She didn't even write because of the update, just that. And then apparently their stocks went down by 1 billion.
Really?
You know how much power that is to have in your mouth?
Yeah, it's true.
To literally just say, yo, Snapchat's kind of dry still. And their stocks go down.
Yeah.
And that was within, I think, 24 hours of her saying it. So that's just incredible. Like, a Kardashian's done... If she can't, she's the only one really.
She actually used to use Snapchat quite a bit, because that's where she used to put her little makeups and all that. And I used to actually see it on Snapchat, but now I don't even go into it because it's so confusing. I don't even know what I'm doing anymore.
To be honest, since Instagram made the stories, like I was with everybody when they were like, "Oh my god, Snapchat Instagram stole the thing from Snapchat," and I was like, "I'm never gonna use the Instagram's Insta stories." But then slowly by slowly, what do? They worked good. Like they made the updates better each time. It started getting better. They made it discoverable, so you can do hashtags on stories as well if you want to be found. And even if you don't hashtag, they still used to share them to like popular pages. A lot of people watched it. And then they do a lot of things, like their filters started getting better, the little effects you can do on the screen, and Snapchat was just the same. It didn't change. Other than that,
I think they'll have to take it back. I think they'll have to. They'll have to.
They can update it, but they're not going to. I don't think they can roll it back.
They'll review it. They
will.
They'll
make it closer to it, but they're not going to just roll it back to the exact same. I guarantee they'll try and change.
Listen, let me tell you something. Do you remember when WhatsApp got rid of WhatsApp? Your little status that you have in WhatsApp, and they moved it to WhatsApp statuses. So didn't
they already do that? You still just both, right?
Yeah, but everyone hated it because they was like, "Oh my god, you can't have like a WhatsApp like about section." Like it was just the status, so they got rid of it. And then people complained for about a couple of months. Then bam, I'm on WhatsApp one day. Status just popped back up again. So they were clever. They listened. And they said, you know what, people don't like that. And
things like that is small. I'm talking about this Snapchat update is so drastically different. I don't believe that they're going to go right back. What I think they'll do is they'll try and do the best of both. Like they'll try and make it look new, but then they'll also, save face, if you roll it back, you know how embarrassing that is as a company.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? What they'll do is they'll go...
Yeah, but you have to follow the money.
You do, but what they'll do is they may use the same format as before, but they'll make it look different. Like even if it's just a case of changing the colour scheme, they'll do something to make it so shaved face, because... If they just roll it back, everyone's like about time Snapchat.
Yeah, it's true. But
they want people to say that new updates, that's sick.
I just don't understand it. Like I literally feel so dumb. You know, this is coming from a girl that works in technology every day, right? Yeah, and I looked on my Snapchat one day and I was like, what is going on? I don't even know what I'm doing. What's next?
I don't know, man. What else do you want to talk about? Where they put a ticking time bomb. I love these effects. That one sucks too.
No, that's rubbish. These are rubbish. Did you even pay for that? You don't pay for this app.
Pay for this app.
Free app.
I didn't. There was barely any on there.
I never pay for that.
Maybe that could be an app that I create. Because I was looking for like sound effect apps, and there wasn't many there that was good, like good sound effects. So I'm just on here like just looking for anything. That's
not too bad.
Yeah, but we need an idea there. Like for example, when you do that.
Boom.
And then, but what's the idea? Like,
idea is, this is the question, very off the topic.
We got that topic where. Now time for what do women want to know? That's what we said last time when we did the segment of what do women want to know? What do they want to know from a man?
Okay, this is the question. Yeah. So say you got a girl, right? Yeah, and. Let me think about what's the best way to say this. So, you got a girlfriend. It's your weekend. You work Monday to Friday. It's a Saturday. And your boys are going out, right, on a Saturday. But your girl wants to spend some time with you on a Saturday.
Yup. What do I do?
Who do you pick?
It depends what I did the previous Saturdays. What she's looking like.
Well, if you haven't seen her all week, so you haven't seen her from Monday to Friday because you've been working, but Saturday is really the best day in terms of availability. But your boys are going partying.
But did I go out with her on the weekend before?
Yeah, probably.
Then I'm seeing my boys. It's just that simple.
But you haven't seen her all week though.
But if I was with you on the weekend, like last weekend we did something, we hung out all day.
Yeah.
And I did it with my boys. I'm probably going to choose, like, give and take. She can't be all in one thing. Plus, I'll go with see them on Saturday and I'll hang out with you on Sunday.
So what if, you went out with your boys the week before, yeah? Well, then this week they're doing something, like, epic, yeah?
Epic, sick.
Epic, and then but you haven't seen your girl for, like, 2 weeks. Not like you haven't seen her, like, properly. Not like you haven't seen her,
I don't think it's your girl, yo. Let's just say something's going on wrong if you ain't seen her in weeks.
Not that you haven't seen her properly yet. You haven't spent like a whole day together for like properly, you know what I mean, for 2 weeks. What do you do? But the thing that they're doing is just on a mad one. Like all your boys are getting gassed, boys chats popping, but your girl's like, you know what? We want to have a day together.
It depends what she's actually doing. Like, she'd have to have something good. If it's just a case of, I just want to hang out at the yard.
Why she just wants to spend time with her man?
But doing nothing but just at the yard. Like, typical, nothing extravagant. So you're comparing, like, something epically sick with your boys, which is, like, actually,
or what if you know,
everything's just
that
lying,
you
like...
What if you know, that if you say no, it's going to just lead to a huge argument. You're gonna take that risk.
Never be. So I don't. So like I never get threatened by an argument especially because I'm a very argumentative person. If anything, I welcome it.
You know what? I can actually imagine you having the argument just so you can fall out and then you can go out with your boys.
Oh, that's a ploy. Let's get that real. If any girl wants to know that, man, them do that. Sometimes if they know that they want to do something and you're gonna have an issue with it, they will have the argument. So that's an excuse to go. Like, so like there's no like negotiating, trying to talk you around. If you make a thing about it and you get in a real fuss and you get in an argument, he'll go fine. I want to hang out with you anyway, and then he won't. Because no one wants to hang out with each other when they're fighting, innit? Yeah. Because if he goes, oh fine, I won't go, and you're just gonna be there awkward together. Like no one wants to have that weird awkward. You know what I mean? It's gonna be really odd. But realistically, what I would choose would be to. Realistically, if they're doing something absolutely sick and she's just wants to chill at the yard, I'd have to go with my boys because I'm not gonna miss out on something epic just to sit in my house. Like if she plans something like,
if it was like a meal.
Okay, if it was like a meal at somewhere decent, not Nando's, not a basic place, not TGI's. Talking about a fancy meal, decent meal. We're gonna do the whole evening of it. Then even though I probably wouldn't want to, it sounds bad. It sounds bad, but I'll probably go there just to save feelings and whatnot, and I'll just tell the man them, this is me, like take a couple shots for me.
For example,
take a shot for me.
I'm cool, like I'm happy to miss out on certain things, you know what I mean? If my friends are doing something and it might be like, you know what, I have to spend some time with my man. But say for example, Man United playing, key match, do you know what I mean? It's a key match, right, and I have to miss it. Nah.
What?
Nah.
What?
She ain't missing it.
So
Champions League final, wedding day. You know what I'm saying? Can't happen on the same day. It's not going to happen.
In this scenario, it's okay for you to watch football.
Yeah.
But in this scenario,
it's 90 minutes, mate.
A guy shouldn't avoid his friend. Should miss his friend's date.
No, I never said that. I never said that. Like, for me, I was just asking for your opinion.
Okay.
But at the same time, like, I think that you should be willing to miss certain things. Like, I'm not going to watch.
But not going to miss it for nothing.
I'm not going to watch every match. But say if it was like a key match, like a really big match, I needed to watch it.
I feel like it depends on who you're with because my brain works off logic. If you think it's smart for me to miss out on something like a massive road trip with my guys, somewhere live on the weekend, just to sit with you in my house, your logic's not sound. Like, it can't be. There's no way you could really believe me and you just sitting in the yard watching Friends or whatever bull crap.
So would that mean that you guys aren't compatible? Like, you guys
it would have to be like anyone of common sense would say, yo, they're doing like a big thing like that. I wanted to hang out in the weekend, but it's okay. We can hang out tomorrow or next weekend or in the week we'll do something. You know what I mean? That's what a smart person I would want to be with would say. If they was like, oh, I ain't seen you in ages, just don't go. I'd be like, I don't even know how I don't know how my brain would wrap around it. Like,
I feel like you'd just be like, okay.
I'd be flabbergasted.
I'd be like, you know what? Okay, I'm not going to chat to you and you just go. You'd be like...
I probably wouldn't reply, and then by that, me not replying means that we haven't spoken about, I didn't have time to get back to you, we're on the way now. So, it's like, we're en route now, we're on road, like we're literally, 30 miles out.
You had 5 days to chat to me. Sorry, I've just been busy.
Yeah, but on the real though, I feel like you'd have to have something planned. You can't expect me to miss something sick.
Nah, that's fair enough.
I do get the 2 weeks off though, but I feel like if I said, you know what, I'll try and make it up to you in the week, we'll go for a meal, and then on the weekend, since it's like you're getting two for the price of one.
Yeah. That's fair enough. That's fair enough.
But the thing is, I know girls that would actually have a fuss about it, and I've said to some of my female friends, are you nuts? Like, you want him to miss X, Y, and Z to just sit in your house and probably watch EastEnders?
You know, it is, I think, like, as girls, like, we obviously need to take time to see our people. Do you know what I mean? Like, we want to see our...
FaceTime.
FaceTime.
I don't even have FaceTime. I've got Android. I've got Snapchat, send it.
Google Hangouts, like, hey.
That's mugging me off here,
That's so funny. But I understand, like, I think...
Drop a gem for that. That was a successful ball.
No, but I actually think... I understand, I get it. But I also think, like, there's that sometimes you might be busy, do you know what I mean, for a couple of weeks. You guys probably didn't get time to properly see each other. Then it's about making a sacrifice. Like, there's no point being in a relationship if you're not going to sacrifice certain things. So that's the reason why I was asking. But then at the same time, I hear from your perspective in regards to the facts, like, if you want someone to be happy, then you've got to let them do what will make them happy, and then you can sacrifice your needs.
There's different levels of sacrifice though. Like,
yeah.
For one thing,
like if it was just you sacrificing all the time, yeah, and then that person.
I have a friend that does that, and I think it's. He ain't gonna listen to this, so it's okay. I think it's idiotic. We all think it's stupid that sometimes he gives into her over every little thing just because she makes an issue about it. If just to save having an argument, he will give into almost anything she suggests, and we're all just like, what on earth are you doing? It just makes no sense. But it you know what I mean, it is what it is. All I know is that I could never be in that situation.
Nah.
Because if anything, I'm probably more the opposite end. It'd be more a case of I'm gonna put my foot down. If I don't want to do something, I'm not gonna do it, and you'll have to be persuaded
that
into doing it.
alpha male kind of, you know.
What can I say, man?
You know.
Sat in these streets like that, innit? I was like channeling my inner like Joanne and my man from Phone Shop.
I was actually watching Phone Shop this week.
I haven't watched that in ages.
I was watching it this week, and I was dying. I was literally dying. Oh my god, love it. Now I hear that. Anything, you know what? We should have an alternate.
Wait. You gotta wait for the plug.
Don't come up with ideas, yeah. Got an idea.
What's the episode called? What's the segment?
The segment is called "What Do Men Want to Know About Women." Because the reason why I'm asking is because I've seen this meme in it, and it's like the book about women, and it's just like huge, like this book.
What you need to know about women?
Yeah. And they were such complicated creatures.
How do you like being called a creature?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't think I like being called it, but I just feel like
I say it because it's a common phrase, but
yeah,
I don't want no one calling me.
I mean,
a creature. It doesn't
that.
sound good.
And that's why I put the quotes. The quotes like we're supposed to be. So I'm saying, what is it that you want to know about us?
I feel like I know quite a lot about you guys because I have so many of you as friends, but people in general, I guess, dudes. I don't know, because like women be crazy. For example, when a girl's wrong, I don't know any that admit when they're wrong.
Yeah.
Like, when I'm wrong, I will gladly admit when I'm wrong. Oh, damn, you right. That's it.
Yeah.
The girl, her scenario when she's wrong, she won't admit it. What she'll do is try that nice to you. Like, she'll either make you food or just she won't ever admit wrongdoing. What she'll do is just try be nice. And I'm like, no, I want to hear the words, you were wrong. I want to hear the words.
I feel like
admittance. Because very rarely do they do it.
I feel like I actually admit when I'm wrong, but it does take I think it takes a bit of time. Like, you know what it is? I have to actually, like, I go on a mad one in it. Like, me, when I'm in an argument, I just see red, yeah? I don't actually think rationally in it. Like, I'm just so emotional. I'll just be I'll just be like going mad. And then at some point, I just go from like 100 back down to 0. And then when I'm at 0,
you start assessing it properly.
I properly assess it, and I think, you know what? Possibly he was actually in the wrong in this situation.
But do you go babes or I don't know, there's some variation of I was wrong.
Nah, I'd just be like, you know what? Apologise, because I probably was in the wrong.
You say those words?
Yeah, I say sorry.
Okay.
I say sorry. I just feel like, you know what? I was in the wrong. This is a situation. Like, if you want to forgive me, cool. If you don't, whatever.
See,
and I'll just leave it.
You're like one of the 1% of women that do that, because 99% definitely do not admit wrongdoing ever.
Yeah.
Ever.
That's true.
Forever, ever, never do. I can't think of one instance. Like, yeah, definitely can't. It's always just trying to act sweet. Like, they come cuddle up to you on the couch or some crap and like...
And possibly it's just an ego thing, innit? Like, they don't want to say sorry. I know a lot of men that don't like saying sorry as well, so they just, like, would just be nice as well.
It depends.
I don't think it's just a woman thing.
I would never say sorry if I don't feel sorry. Like, sometimes you have an argument and, I don't know, maybe... I don't know, just have an argument. But what you said was 100% truthful. I'm not going to say sorry if what I said was facts.
Yeah, but sometimes
it depends how bad it hurt you, I guess.
For me, like, yeah, it's more about the pain. Like, I feel like sometimes I'll be in the wrong, yeah. I mean, I'll be in the right, yeah. But you said something like, if you said something rude or I've said something rude to you, that's like totally disrespectful. Then I'll say, you know what? I apologise for what I said to you. Like, I'm not apologising for being right, but I just apologise for the fact that I hurt you in it, because I don't want to hurt people. Like, I think I'm quite compassionate, so I don't want to hurt people in the process, but I still want to say, I'm not going to say sorry straight away. Like, I'm going to go in the full argument and then I'll say sorry after. That's me.
Oh, I got a topic actually.
Yes, go for it.
You know that channel Backchat London or Backchat World now?
Yes.
They put a post on Instagram saying that they want to get money for their show.
Yeah.
Basically, they said, Instagram post, we want to upgrade our mics and all this stuff. Please donate to X, Y, and Z.
Yeah.
And before even looking at the comments, I knew he was going to go in. And reading the comments, you got both sides. You get the people that were saying, oh my God, black people never support black-owned businesses and black-owned shows. And yet the other hand, I was just like, I ain't paying you nothing. And then actually, you also had the third, which was, okay, I've donated. Like, what's your thought on it objectively first? Because some of their response was, oh, it's always black people that never, want to support, which I don't think was the case in this scenario. But I'll let you go first.
Firstly, I don't really have like a big opinion on it. I just think if you want to ask for money, if you want to upgrade your mics, then that's fair enough, because I can't tell you the amount of YouTube, like the YouTubers that I follow or subscribe to, and they have the little donation thing, like please donate. It's optional, like you don't have to. You go on the thing, they're still going to make their videos or whatever. If you choose to donate, you choose to donate. And there's no kind of, it's not just black people that are asking. I've seen everybody ask, so for me it's not really
I think it's issue. How they went about it, to be honest. Like, there's nothing wrong with asking for help.
I didn't really see it, but I haven't seen it.
Let me go on their post straight away, but unless they delete it, because you know how people stay these days. But the thing that annoyed me the most is when they were saying, it's you black people. Like,
who said that?
Like, people in the comments, not them.
Oh, right.
In the comments, people were like saying, we never ever support our own. And I was like, in this scenario, that's not the case. It just comes down to content absorption. When it comes to regardless of race, I've seen many other racist white people put up saying, can you donate to X, Y, and Z? And people go, I'm not paying you, you're a YouTuber, I'm not paying you guys.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's beyond race. So when this had that aspect, I was like, you're just ignorant, because it's not us. Fair enough, we could support our own, but I'm saying the reason people are saying they don't want to is because they feel like you were doing fine for the last 3 seasons, and now so you want money.
All of a sudden you want to...
Exactly, you've got ads in your videos, you've got all these X, Y, and Zs. How can you not afford to upgrade your mics yourselves? And that was the main thing that I thought was, I could kind of see why people were saying that. But in terms of asking for help, there's nothing wrong with it. But I wouldn't have run it as like a solo post. If they were smart, at the end of every single video, all they need is like a little image on the screen going, by the way, if you'd like to donate if you like this channel, if you'd like to donate, just like, here's the link. And that's simple, and then people can make the decision.
That's true, probably, to be fair.
But when you
I think
do
you have to do
post,
kind of like a little bit more subtly, because the ones that I kind of subscribe to on YouTube, that's how they do it. They basically just say, like, it's not even actually said in the video, just, the little caption bit, and it just be on there, like the description box, just there. That's it.
It was their GoFundMe thing. So he says, Backchat needs your help to grow. We would love the opportunity to improve the quality of our production. Please donate to keep your favorite online show going strong. #Backchat upgrade. And that was the picture. And then the actual caption is, if you have been slightly entertained by our show or educated by it, then this is to you. We would love to upgrade the quality of this show in the next seasons to come. Please help us by donating whatever you can to our GoFundMe page. It's 2 simple steps. I'm talking like that. Click in the bio to donate. Thank you guys for your continued loyalty and support. Love heart. #Backchat upgrade. And it's just comments.
Sometimes with things like that though, I also feel like you should have not like a limit, but you've got a...
Oh, wait. Let's go. I've just read one comment that says, why is the goal 20k?
There is a goal.
I didn't know there was a goal. That changed the game now. Their goal that they set was 20,000. That's a lot of money.
That's a lot of money.
Mike's, like, you're not BBC.
What do you need? What do they need though?
All they said is that during they do these reunions, like, I don't actually watch their channel anymore. I used to, but I just kind of fell off, I guess.
Don't even know.
And basically, they do their normal show in the kitchen, which is fine, because in such a closed space, the mic's perfectly fine what they use. But when they're doing their proper reunion, because they're all spaced out, they're trying to sync up the audio. Apparently, they always have issues, and people always complain that they can't always hear people. So they would upgrade the mic, so it's just easier to sync and put it all together in the video. And apparently, the goal that they've chosen is 20k. Whether that's just solely for the mics or it's for other things as well. But it's a lot of money
that they want
people to...
Obviously, not one person to donate. £464. People aren't very enthusiastic. It's been 10 days,
faces people. To be honest, I am very surprised they've even got that much. I know that chick. Just one of the people that donated. She's also a YouTuber. That's probably why she feels the need to do it. But did she say how much she donated? Nah, they ain't ever show that. But yeah, 20k.
That's a lot.
That's do you have to always have a goal?
I think you do on GoFundMe,
Oh, okay.
but realistically,
You have to
I
put
think
20K.
for me, that's what I was gonna say, like on the post, because they said please help.
Yeah.
I think you should have a goal, because realistically, say for example your goal is like
20K.
3,000, and then people just keep donating, like then you're making profit, and
This
then
is
it's
just
not
eyes
fair.
wide open, because or nose open, whatever the phrase is. Because they just got greedy with that. They did not need £20,000. When I normally see other YouTubers do it that are normally quite successful, it's normally 1,000, 2,000, just
You
to
don't
cover the cost of whatever it is.
You don't need the £20,000.
They must in their BBC or ITV.
Yeah.
20.
In their kitchen, they're probably looking to get. You'd be renting a place for that.
This is what to think that they probably thought, yo, we get like 200Ks per views.
Yeah.
If even one in every 100 people drops us 10, 20, 30 pounds, we're gonna get cake. So obviously we put in 1,000, that's not enough. So let's put in a higher amount based off our views, because we have to think of if each person did this much amount, and that is probably why.
When you think about 20,000, right? Because they're obviously not footing the bill for the 20k.
Yeah.
So you're telling me that they need 20,000. I see it as you need 20,000 and more, because you should be putting in your own funds as well.
Yeah.
To reach that goal.
Because I understand up until now, this has all just been based off their own back, which is great.
Yeah.
But
That's
at the same point, most YouTubers are.
Yeah.
Because YouTubers are independent people. Fair enough if you got new people like, for example, Will Smith that can afford to get a cast, but that's the new breed. The main YouTubers, they started all themselves, and as you progress, you grow and then gradually upgrade. You don't go from, fair enough, done 3 seasons, but what they could have still done was save the money from the episodes and the ads they've got, and eventually get there. If they're saying, for example, their reunion show specifically, the audio marks are not good enough to up to standard, if they can't afford to do it, then don't do the reunion episodes. Yeah. Personally, I don't feel like they need one, but I feel like they're trying to do that. The only way is Essex type thing, where you have your main show, then you have the reunion. But
the only way is Essex is a show.
That's what I was
comes on
say.
TV.
Yeah.
That they probably use 20,000 in mics. Like it's a different scale.
It's like you gotta know yourself, know your worth, know yourself.
But yes, that is all from me.
Alright, cool. Well, there's no more of our wonderful questions. If those of you out there listening right now have any questions, feel free to hit us up on Instagram or on SoundCloud. Let us know any questions or any topics you would like us to cover in the future episodes. We appreciate you, the viewer, for listening to us right now. And we want to say thank you, God bless you, and we will see you in the next podcast for number 4. Peace out. Any other words from you, Lizzie?
No, thank you for listening, and take care. Have a nice week.
Bless up.
See ya.